now.
And yes, so good morning everyone, thanks for joining us at Bristol Airport BRS this morning, pretty much afternoon really, in about 6 minutes time. But yeah, nevertheless, thanks everyone for joining. So next arrival in about a minute's time, so just give us a moment. Obviously we're focusing on the 737 MAX 8 of TUI Airlines that just arrived at Bristol. Obviously today Bristol are using runway 094 arrivals. That is due to the wind blowing in the western direction, so from the east. It's pretty chilly out here, I'll tell you that. I was expecting it to be 21 degrees, that's what my weather app was saying yesterday, but see, that's quite a change from what it is now. Shaking or shivering quite a bit right now, but the next arrival in a minute's time, don't worry everyone. And yes, so good. Welcome Abraham Parks, thanks for joining. And Michael, good morning to you, or almost good afternoon. See, not quite sure of the time zones over in Australia or in Melbourne, but nevertheless, good morning to you. See, first time watching Bristol, he says. Oh, you'll enjoy it. I mean, it is pretty quiet sometimes, but obviously we've picked this time purposefully because it's supposedly much busier than it usually is. So you can see the EasyJet aircraft. I'll give you some info on that in a minute. And yeah, so this is arrivals at runway 09. Well, definitely not the smoothest landing there from the EasyJet A320neo that had just arrived from Glasgow. So a relatively short flight of about 51 minutes, I believe it said on Flight Radar 24, but registration of the aircraft today is Golf Uniform Zulu and Lima. So there is the 321neo, obviously using the whole runway to stop. Obviously not necessary, but obviously minimising the amount of pressure he puts on those brakes.
I can't see takeoff from here.
Really?
Yeah. Because of that fence.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
And so we've got another arrival coming in very soon here. And so Michael's saying 8:57 PM over in Australia, so pretty late. See, not too late, but yeah, it's definitely later than it is over here. Obviously just about to be 12 o'clock. As you can see by the timer that we've installed the bottom right of our screen. So that is due to many requests from our live viewers, so thank you everyone. Obviously we hope you enjoyed the live timer. Any suggestions as to how you can improve the live stream or the show in general, please let us know in the live chat. And so everything RC saying this is my local airport. I live in the North Devon. We're located or based over in Cardiff. So obviously the next busiest airport surrounding us is Bristol Airport. Obviously Cardiff is pretty dead, let's put it that way. But either way, we still travel to London and all of those airports, obviously for the crazy action. But you can see the taxiing EasyJet A320neo there. And yes, so as Abraham was saying, we've got an EasyJet inbound. So I'll focus on that in a minute. Obviously you've got a couple of trees surrounding the view, so just waiting for that to come in a bit closer. But I'll give you the info on that. So it's the EasyJet A320-200 registered Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey Delta, and that's arriving from Barcelona on its 1 hour and 53 minute long journey. So it's just about to appear from the skies. Obviously we've got a ceiling of clouds surrounding the airport today. But yeah, 1 hour and 54 minute long journey for the EasyJet A320-200. And yes, so I'll give a weather announcement as to what we're experiencing over in Bristol as of now. See the aircraft just appearing out of the skies now. We'll look at that actually. Let's see if the camera can even ping it up, because I can just about see it. Let's see. No, nothing just yet. Let's see, is it? Yeah, the camera's not really responding as of now. We'll focus on the touchdown zone. And yes, okay, the airport. Or the aircraft landing at the airport. So the EasyJet A320-200 in sight there, just about. And a nice and soft touchdown there from the A320-200. Yeah, that was much better than that of the A320neo that we had seen arrive earlier on. That's gone into the gate area. You can't quite see that, but we'll watch this aircraft vacate off the runway. So expecting some non-stop action after 12:05. So we've got about a 4 minute wait. Obviously we've got a couple of jets delayed at Bristol, but as usual, of course. But you can see there the aircraft just about to vacate off the runway. In fact, I can smell the tyre smoke from that touchdown. But yes, so Spadey's saying that yes, my local and favourite airport. We do love a good Bristol stream ourselves. It is nice to be a bit close to home, of course. We'll be here for a couple of hours capturing the arrivals and departures, and then we'll leave after when it gets a bit quieter. So we're looking about a stream of 3 hours, 4 hours perhaps. It all depends on the traffic, of course. But the A320 there, you can see off to the gate area at Bristol BRS. And as promised, I'll give you all a weather update. So just wait for my phone to load. That's not it. Okay, so we've got current temperatures of 11 degrees with overcast, obviously a ceiling of clouds at 900 feet, so it is very low this afternoon at Bristol Airport. We were expecting temperatures of 21 degrees, and that was shown yesterday when we were checking out the temperatures and the weather status of Bristol Airport tomorrow. We've got visibility of 10 kilometers plus with a wind of 10 knots blowing in the almost the western direction, so in the southwest direction. And yeah, 10 knots obviously. We've got the runways in use, so runway 09 for arrivals and departures. So yes, runway 09 in use, meaning that we can see some nice and close-up footage of the arrivals, and then we'll see the departures obviously taxi right in front of us, heading over to the runway, and then obviously going off to depart. But yeah, obviously throughout the stream, as usual, going to give a multiple weather updates as to what's changed and what's going on. But yeah, that was the first one of the stream, obviously, right at the start. But yes, into the gate area goes the A320-200, and then we'll see it deboard. See that Tui 737 MAX 8 had, I think, just finished deboarding now. See, the bus is nowhere to be seen. But we'll skip on this as we've got an arrival inbound actually. Yeah, once again, obviously still in the ceiling of clouds, so we will wait for that and just look at the touchdown markers on the runway, of course. But what we can expect is the Tui 737-800 from Mahone on its 2-hour and 7-minute long journey. The aircraft's registered Golf Tango Alpha Whiskey Delta, and there is the 737-800. And you can see there the split scimitar winglets on board the 737-800, and that's to improve the efficiency and fuel usage, I guess. But yeah, there's the 737-800's touchdown, pretty smooth. We've got a TUI membership logo coming up soon, so you need a couple more slots to upload that, but that will be something to look out for. That's for the members, of course. But next arrival should be in about 4 minutes time, and it's an EasyJet A321neo, so yeah, it should be one of the biggest aircraft that we'll see operate today at Bristol Airport. And so Reed Rainfield, good afternoon to you over in Orlando. Hope you're doing very well. Thanks for joining, obviously, at Bristol Airport. Obviously, we were hoping to do a London Heathrow stream today, but we thought we'd switch it up. Obviously, go to a more local airport. So if you're wondering where the next Heathrow stream will occur on our channel, it'll be hopefully next week. Obviously, all depending on the wind and where that's blowing. Obviously, we want to prioritize the best viewpoint for all of our viewers, and so we needed to blow a certain direction. But obviously Bristol here with a nice and close-up view of the arrivals and departure action. So we'll see departures later on in the stream, but as of about the next 20 minutes, I'd say we will see some non-stop arrivals. But yes, so good morning to, so not good morning, I'm too used to streaming in the early morning, sorry about that. So good afternoon over in Tokyo. Wow, joining us from Tokyo. Thanks so much for joining, obviously the live stream at Bristol this afternoon. Hope you're doing very well, and obviously a big thank you for joining us and checking the channel out. So you can see there you've got the details of both TUI aircrafts alongside the EasyJet A320-200, which we had seen arrive earlier on. In fact, today we've seen a couple of TUI jets operate at Bristol Airport. During our last stream, I believe it was, we saw one just towards the end, which was surprising. I was expecting some more TUI action, but obviously today we've got that, and that is amazing. Obviously, I don't know if anyone's here, but the 787 that was operated by TUI is no longer going to be operating at Bristol Airport. That's during the 2024 year. So obviously due to the difference in demand, they've switched that 787 to operate at Gatwick instead of Bristol. But obviously this summer we still got it operating. But yeah, that is a shame for obviously the airport itself. It seemed to have done so well, obviously introducing Aegean Airlines and Corendon and is Smart Wings? No, sorry, Sun Express. That's the one. And all of those new aircrafts operating at Bristol Airport, but it just doesn't seem like the demand at Bristol Airport is as high as it should be to operate a 787, of course. Also, another update for Bristol. Yeah, you can't about see it, but on the other side of the airport buildings, you've got a large aircraft stand, so that's capable of holding the 787 and A330. Which is quite interesting. Hopefully we'll see another bigger airline operate at Bristol, but obviously you've just got to wait for those jets to operate here. But yes, so Abraham Park's asking, what's the difference between the A320 and the 321? So basically the A321 is pretty much a longer version of the A320 aircraft. So I believe it's got a I think it's a 7-meter fuselage. I'm not too sure. I think that is a 7-meter fuselage. But yes, that's the difference between the A321 and the A320. Pretty much just a longer version of the jet, of course. Pardon? Yeah. But yes, you can see the parked 737 MAX 8, which had arrived earlier on in the stream. But yeah, we're gonna arrive and inbound, so we'll give some info on that. And so we've got the EasyJet A321neo coming from Malaga. It's a 2-hour and 23-minute long journey. The registration of that aircraft is Golf Uniform Zulu Foxtrot, and we'll try and find that now. There it is, the A321neo, which is yes, just being focused on now. So that's scheduled to arrive at runway 09, which is right in front of us. So watch out for the nice and smooth, hopefully smooth landing, I guess. A nice and smooth touchdown there from the A321neo. Props to the pilots there. But yes, 2 minutes time, we've got another arrival. This time a Jet2 aircraft featuring the holidays livery. And then in about 8 minutes time after that is the EasyJet A320-200, which is just circling around the airport now. We've also got an Airbus A400M Atlas that's circling around the Bristol area as well. That's departed from Bryce Norton. Pardon? Thank you. But yeah, as I was saying, the Royal Air Force A400M, that's just circling around Bristol now. That's over Chepstow, just doing a few laps, I guess. But a couple of aircraft inbound scheduled to arrive at Bristol Airport. But firstly, I'd just like to welcome all of our new viewers and just like to thank everyone for joining us, of course. And we've got one of our viewers saying that place looks wonderful. I mean, it is Bristol Airport, it is amazing. Obviously, we're on top of the van, so we're well above the fences that they've installed now, which is pretty sad for all the plane spotters. But it's not going to harm our view of the airfield. But yeah, it is really nice to be nice and close up, and just in front of the runway, of course. But the A321neo, they're turning into the gate area. We've got a small jet that's actually lined up on the runway now. And so we got a prop plane that's lined up on the runway, not pinging up on flight radar, unfortunately, but we'll still see it depart. So yes, this prop plane is going to have to budge in a minute. We've got an arriving jet very soon. And yeah, so we've got 3 aircraft now that are very close to Bristol Airport. So we've got about 6 minutes until we see all 3. In fact, no, we've got in about a minute's time a Jet2 737-800, then in 5 minutes an EasyJet A322neo, and in 6 minutes the Jet2 737-800. So lots to see at Bristol Airport, of course. Not quite sure what this prop plane is doing. He's going to have to move. Yeah, there he is. He's departing. That's runway 09 using just half of the runway. Not even half, in fact. That's about a quarter of the runway. And there he is. Not even using the full quarter of the runway. I mean, the wind is blowing quite a bit. You can see him struggling as he lifts off. But I'm going to focus on the arriving jet, and it's the Jet2 737-800. I'll give you some more info on that in a minute. We'll just watch its arrival. There it is. So you can see there the spoilers up, so the spoilers extended, the flaps all the way down. That's just to stop the aircraft. Obviously using the whole runway, exiting at the last taxiway available at Bristol Airport. But it was quite a smooth landing, I must say. It wasn't too hard. I mean, we've seen harder landings before, especially at London Heathrow sometimes. But yeah, that's the Jet2 737-800 with the Holidays livery, and so that was arriving, or had arrived from Faro, and the aircraft's registered Golf Juliet Zulu Hotel Lima. That's if you're wondering and would like to check it out on flight radar, like we are doing as well. But next jet is 1 minute out, and it's the EasyJet A320-200. But yes, a very warm welcome to everyone joining our stream at Bristol Airport this afternoon. But yes, camera, we're using the A6300 Pen 15 UK. See the depends on, yeah, I'm not sure. It depends on what gate this Jet2 77 is going to be taxiing to, but we could see the marshals. I think I know around about where or what gates the Jet2 will be taxiing to, but I'm pretty sure the Tui 737 MAX 8 will be blocking the viewpoint. The marshals, of course. It's nice and chilly up here, I'll put it that way. I might need to go and quickly run and get some gloves. And nah, I think I'll be fine for now. But yeah, you've got the Jet2 737-800. Yeah, he's turning into where I thought he was going to be taxiing into. That's a nice shot there. Package holidays you can trust. Never flown with Jet2 before, but I've heard people are saying that the airline is pretty good. Obviously, I would expect it's going for the motto, you get what you pay for, I guess. But yes, so the EasyJet A320-200, that's up next for arrivals. There is the A320-200 scheduled to land at runway 09 at Bristol Airport, dealing with the 10 knots per hour winds. And that was a decent landing there from the EasyJet A320-200, which had just arrived from Nice. Just over an hour long journey. I think that said an hour and 25 minutes. But registration on board this aircraft is Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey Yankee. So far, no A319s to be seen. Should be seeing one very, very soon. See EasyJet being the main operator of the jet. Actually, what's this? Is this the that's interesting. You see the EasyJet A320 with its yeah, the engine covers are open. Seems like they're doing some sort of maintenance with that jet. But next arrival will be the Jet2 737-800. More info as it gets closer to touchdown. Yes, so good afternoon, Alessandro Kadai. Thank you so much for the support. See, we're so glad that you're enjoying the stream at Bristol Airport this afternoon. But Tracy Hammer, good morning, sorry, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well. never actually seen the engine covers on board an aircraft being opened like that. It's interesting. Might need to take a few shots of that very soon. Yes, we've got the Jet2 737-800 very soon, and that will be arriving from, that's the wrong thing, let's check. So that's from Ibiza, and it's a 2 hour and 10 minute long journey. So that is registered Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo India. And then right behind it we've got two other jets to arrive at Bristol Airport. So that will be an EasyJet A319 and then an EasyJet A320neo. So 3 jets scheduled to land at Bristol Airport. So they're both, well, all 3 of them are actually lining up now, which is interesting. And yes, so Tracy's saying I need to leave my country. Any sponsors? So are you looking for an airline, obviously, or something else? If it's an airline, I'd definitely give you a few I'd recommend, but obviously it depends. If you're in the UK, probably say British Airways, just being casual, or Virgin Atlantic. Obviously loads of destinations to choose from, but yeah, one of them I'd guess, Tracy. Yeah, name's Danny, Tracy. Yeah, so Danny is the name. But yeah, the Jet2 737 featuring the sort of greyish or silvery red livery. So it's not the holidays livery that Jet2 have commonly used at other airports, just like Manchester and Bristol. So the 737 there, obviously one of the more popular aircrafts that we'll see today. Obviously the aircrafts that you can expect to see, probably the A319s, the A320-200s, or yeah, and then the A320neos, the 737-800s, and that's about it really. You can see the A321s operate at Bristol Airport as well, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's as casual as the A320s, but an A321neo is also an airline, an aircraft. I'm getting modelled up that you could see at Bristol Airport, of course, but no arrival inbound. That was a great landing there from the EasyJet A319. That was nice and smooth there, straight on the touchdown markers as well. So a little bit of info on that jet, if I can even even find it on flight radar. So it's, let's see. And yes, so okay, so arriving from I think, is that Marseille or Mauritia? I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's the EasyJet A319. That is sorry about that. That is registered Golf Echo Zulu Delta November. But you've got another jet there, so 3 more jets now waiting to arrive at Bristol Airport. We'll focus on this Jet2 737-800, that's right there. But next one will be the A320neo. And so Tracy from Uganda, I didn't actually, well, I don't know any airlines that operate there actually. You can see the difference between both Jet2 liveries. But nevertheless, we've got an arrival inbound. Just waiting for the camera to focus. There it is, the A320neo. Seems like the sun is starting to come out now, so you can see the reflections of the sun bouncing off of the jet. And yes, so the EasyJet A320neo arrived from Rome. Or in fact had arrived from Rome. But we'll focus on the action, or I say action, more of the traffic there. You can see how many jets are lined up. That's 3 TUI jets, the 737-800s and the 737 MAX, as well as the Jet2 737-800s, followed along by the A320-200 of EasyJet Airlines. Yes, so good afternoon, Calais. Hope you're doing very well. Thanks for joining us at Bristol Airport. In fact, we've got an arrival inbound. There it is, if the camera would like to focus there. A nice and smooth landing from the EasyJet, what looks to be an A320neo. I'll actually check that out because I hadn't actually looked at the info on this plane actually. And yes, so it's the EasyJet A320neo registered Golf Uniform Zulu Lima Kilo. And yes, my thing is not loading up. My flight radar app is not loading very well. Let's see. I think so. The airport is saying VCE, but I've got no name attached to it, so I'd assume it's Venice, but I'm not too sure. Just going off of assumptions here. But obviously you can see the aircraft's just vacated off the runway now, and then we've got another one inbound very soon. But it's definitely getting busy here in terms of the aircraft sort of park at the airport. So we are actually anticipating that. So from 12 o'clock we were supposed to see arrivals non-stop for about 30 minutes, and then it moved to departures. Obviously the planes have got to be deboarded, then boarded once again, and have to receive catering and fueled up, and obviously there's a big process leading on to allowing an aircraft to depart. But we've got an arrival inbound, and so we'll focus on that now. Camera just not focusing today. And there it is. And yes, so just bear with me if I'm a bit delayed in reading out the information of the arriving aircraft. Obviously my internet, so the mobile data on my phone is definitely not the best, put it that way, so it's taken very long to load flight radar up. But I've just got info on this Ryanair. So it's the Ryanair 737-800 that is arrived from Budapest. The registration on board this jet today is Echo India Echo Foxtrot Golf. So I'm guessing the aircraft's going to spend about 40 minutes on the ground before departing once again from Bristol Airport. Obviously the airliners have got to minimise the time that the aircraft spend on the ground. And so Abraham Park saying I wouldn't mind landing lessons from an EasyJet pilot. So I think we're getting quite lucky here, Abraham. Obviously I don't think it's I don't know, I feel like I don't really think it's common to do a smooth landing with the EasyJet pilots. I think it's more of just a skill. But yeah, they are certainly definitely doing a very good job today at Bristol Airport. So we had one hard EasyJet landing, and that was an A320neo. Speaking of, I think there's one. Yeah, I think that's an A320neo pushing back now. But regardless, we had one hard A320neo landing earlier, and then the rest have been quite smooth, I must say. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the pilots are struggling with the wind at Bristol Airport. Obviously 11 knots now, it is bumping up slowly, but it's obviously nothing too dangerous. But so you can see the Ryanair 737-800 not about to depart, so don't worry about that. That's just taken a rather weird journey to taxi over to its gate. So obviously, because of the EasyJet A320neo pushing back, it's got to taxi through the runway to a different taxiway just to sort of overtake that pushed back jet. But obviously no inbound aircraft, so he's not blocking anyone from arriving just yet. And look at that Ryanair jet there. I do love those views when you're pretty much right in front of the jet, just watching it taxi. Obviously everyone likes a good old landing and a takeoff, but I think taxiing is something I do like to see quite often, and it's great when you have some nice close views at airports like Bristol, obviously, and London Heathrow. But there is the Ryanair 737-800, almost like a showdown there. Let's see, yeah, you can see the EasyJet A320neo and then the Ryanair 737-800 almost having a face-off there. But the Ryanair obviously just turning left to head into the gate area. In fact, speaking of Ryanair, has everyone heard of the new news about the airline purchasing new aircraft? I heard that they're purchasing 300 737 MAX jets. I think they're all the MAX 10 jets, which is new. Obviously they operate the 737-800 and so went for the 737 MAX 8 as an upgrade, and now they're looking to get 737 MAX 10s, which is interesting, I must say. Definitely got the money to spend, Ryanair, with all of the low fares and the amount of customers they attract, and so I'm sure they've got enough money to purchase many different jets. Pretty sure Turkish Airlines also, there was news about it purchasing new jets very soon, which was quite interesting. I'd love to see Turkish Airlines operate at Bristol Airport. But yes, so next arrival is 7 minutes out, and it's a Jet2 737-800. But yes, so Odette H with the £10 donation. Thank you so much, Odette, for the donation. See, all of the donations are being put back into the channel with new equipment to improve the entertainment of the live stream. But yes, a big thank you to you, Odette. Thank you so much for the donation. So obviously we've got, let's see, that's 5 airliners all parked at the same gate. Obviously you've got the Jet2 737-800 right there, but we're just focusing on these 5 there. The EasyJet, Ryanair, contenders, obviously budget airlines trying to maximise the attractions of passengers, and then you've got Tui there with sort of a mixed, I don't know how you describe it really. They're not really budget, but they're also not that first class seat that you'd be expecting. It's more of just, obviously, if you need to get somewhere and Tui's there, you may as well obviously use them as an airline to hop on board and fly away somewhere. But I wouldn't say it's as bad as Ryanair or EasyJet. I think obviously they're not budget, so yeah, I'd say 3 contenders there. Tui, EasyJet and Ryanair, all with different styled liveries though. You've got Tui that blue, so you've got that light blue, then dark blue, then white. Obviously not very good at keeping the paint on some of their aircrafts. 787, I think it's 8 Dreamliners. Definitely one of those aircraft that they haven't been looking after very well. I mean, it's got like 3 different shades of blue as they've tried to repaint the aircraft after swapping parts. And then you've got the EasyJet with a nice and simple orange tail. Obviously it's got a bit of orange at the front by the nose of the jet, and then it's got just a white a plain fuselage. And then you've got Ryanair with that blue belly with the yellow stripes, and then you've got that EasyJet tail logo there, which is quite nice, I must say. It is rather unique. But the EasyJet A320 aircraft that's just now taxiing to runway 09 for departure. But yes, so we've got two arrivals now that's nearing Bristol Airport. One's 12 minutes away and then one's 6 minutes away. Both EasyJet aircraft. Nope, actually one's a Jet2 and then one's an EasyJet aircraft. But anyway, so sorry about that. I was just checking out the info on this aircraft. So it's the EasyJet A320neo heading to Glasgow. And this was actually the A320neo. That was the first arrival that we'd seen starting off the live stream, and it was a very hard landing, let's put it that way. Definitely wasn't the smoothest. But there is the registration of the aircraft. But seems like we're going to get a couple of departures actually, because an EasyJet A319 is also pushing back now. In fact, I think it's just pushed back and is ready to move. Obviously just awaiting air traffic controller clearance. And so it seems like the A320neo has been cleared to line up or enter and line up on runway 09 for departure. So heading to Glasgow, there is the A320neo. But yeah, I'd just like to give everyone a warm welcome. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us at Bristol Airport this afternoon. Obviously a bit of a different one. Used to doing the Heathrow ones, but we thought we'd change it up and go a bit more local or closer to the home base, of course. But nice and close up with the nose of the aircraft. It's just about to line up in front of us. Gonna have a nice stare down with the A320neo. Let's see. Nicely done there. So that's lined up at runway 09 for departure. And look at that view, that is amazing. Nice and close up. Let's zoom out a bit because the aircraft's cleared for departure now, heading to Glasgow. So that jet does not seem as if it was filled up to the brim there, because the jet had used just over half of the runway, so not as much as it should have or could have used. But yeah, it seems like a very empty flight heading to Glasgow. Got a pushback there. I think that's the A320-200. One of the very soft landings that we've seen during our live stream at Bristol this afternoon. And then we've got a taxi there. But obviously the traffic picking up now because we've got an arrival. So it's the Jet2 737-800. And so you can see there the runway lights there. Let's see, there is the Jet2 737-800 with the standard grey and red livery, scheduled to arrive at runway 09. That was good. That was the Jet2 737-800 with a very, very nice smooth touchdown. The reverse thrust on board that aircraft, very, very strong. You can hear the loud, the loud engines there as the aircraft stops on the runway to vacate before the next departure, I think it is, because we've got this EasyJet A319. Oh, there it is. Yeah, well, that's rushing quite quickly for departure. But some info on this. So it's the EasyJet A319 heading to Malaga, registration Golf Echo Zulu Delta India. And so I don't think this aircraft's going to be departing yet, as we've got an arrival inbound. Yeah, I think that's going to be taking place first. So it's the an arrival of another EasyJet aircraft. In fact, we've got once again another EasyJet jet that's taxiing over to the runway as well. So we'll have a train of 2 aircraft waiting to depart, as well as 1 EasyJet waiting to arrive. But the arriving EasyJet aircraft is the EasyJet A320-200, which will be arriving from Toulouse on its 1 hour and 29-minute long journey. It's registered Oscar Echo India Juliet Delta. And in fact, it seems as if this jet is going to be departing before the arrival, which is very close. I wouldn't assume it's going to have to be an immediate departure if they want to make this this work, because the arriving EasyJet A320 is very, very close. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is it's going to be a tight one there. I think the A319 is going to have to move quite quickly, otherwise the arriving jet's going to have to go around and attempt a second try arrival at Bristol Airport. So the A319 heading to Malaga. And so the aircraft's actually in sight now, the arriving aircraft. And yeah, you can see the A319 wasting no time on departure there. That's lift off and over to Malaga it goes. Total flight time about 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'd say. I think that's around about the time it takes for the journey. But we've got an arrival inbound, and now we've got another aircraft that's going to be departing right after. So this one here, we'll give you some info on this actually right after the arrival. yes, so as said, some info on this. So it's the EasyJet Europe A320-200, and that had arrived from Toulouse on its 1 hour and 34-minute long journey. You can see this aircraft also taxiing to the runway, and then this one right here as well. So yes, this one up in front is the EasyJet A320-200, which is heading to Belfast. Total flight time of about an hour. The registration on board this A320-200 today is Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey Delta. But yes, a big thank you to everyone tuning in to our Bristol stream this afternoon. Also a big thank you to all of our viewers, and we hope you're finding this live stream entertaining. But yes, so back to the chat. We've got Delta saying lovely view. Thank you so much, Delta. Glad that you're enjoying the views at Bristol Airport. We've got Andrew Foster, good afternoon to you, watching over in Leeds. Wow. We know Bristol Airport is a bit of a busy airport than Leeds, Bradford, so it is amazing to be at Bristol Airport, but we'd love to be at Leeds at least once, just to try out the views over in Leeds Bradford Airport. See, I know it's pretty much a Jet2 heaven there, but yeah, I would love to go there at some point to do some plane spotting. Would you recommend, Andrew? Let us know in the live chat. And so it seems like we'll have another EasyJet aircraft taxiing very soon. I can just about see the lights in the distance. Not this one, but a different aircraft. But yes, an arrival inbound. If the camera would like to focus there, I think it's struggling with the sun on the left and then the clouds that are pretty low at Bristol this afternoon. But there is more info on that as it touches down. Yes, so as promised, info on that jet. So it's the EasyJet A320-200 arriving from Split. The registration Golf Echo Zulu Victor Tango. But that was an arriving EasyJet, and as Plane Man was saying, an EasyJet train here at Bristol. We've got this one departing now. So it's the this one. Let's see. Let's get some info on that. It's the EasyJet A320-200 heading to Faro. The aircraft's registered Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey X-Ray. So I say a total flight time of about 2 hours, perhaps 1 hour and 30 minutes. And Andrew Foster saying I'd recommend the main. Wow, so your house must be nice and loud when the aircraft set to land at Leeds Bradford. I couldn't imagine living right next to an airport, really. I think I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, honestly. Could you imagine all of the aircraft sounds and the aircraft flying over you? I mean, I definitely feel for the obviously the people living by London Heathrow, or the airport, of course. But yeah, thanks so much, Andrew, for your response. Yes, that was a nice follow-up on the A320-200 that just departed. So we've got this the aircraft that just arrived, the EasyJet A320-200 also, and that's heading into the gate area. But I believe, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, this one had been an A320neo that had arrived, and you can see there the passengers deboarding off of the aircraft. Seems like one of the two 737-800s are ready to go. Actually, we'll focus on that. I'd assume that, though, just due to the back doors not being open, roughly no ground crew vehicles working at the aircraft as of now. But yes, so Delta asking, am I planning on plane spotting any other countries? Well, I'd love to, I really would, but obviously you'll have to look into sort of busier airports, of course. I mean, we love the UK, so I think it would be nice to change it up with airports from across the globe. So that's something we'll definitely look into. Obviously, we've been to Frankfurt before, which was relatively busy with 4 runways, but yeah, nevertheless, I think we'll definitely look into streaming from abroad as well, as a sort of a special show. But yes, the two 737-800s there. That's both Tui jets. You can see the stair truck attached to the rear door of the 737-800 Tui jet, as well as the Ryanair 737-800, which I'd assume will board very, very soon. You can see the catering truck. I think that's for the Ryanair 77, actually. Nope, it's most likely heading to one of the arriving aircraft, or the arrivals. So the EasyJet train that we had just seen. But we'll look at the difference in both EasyJet Jet2 liveries. You can see the holidays and then the silverish red livery. But Tim Trainer, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you for joining us. So you can see the baggage truck. Is that for the 737-800? I'm not too sure. But Andrew Foster saying he's worked for nights 20 years and sleep through the day on the airport. Is that wow? Yeah, I guess when you're living next to an airport, you get used to the loud engine noises after a while. But I still couldn't imagine getting used to the sounds of obviously the aircraft flying over. I guess it'd be amazing for some plane spotting action. You just set a camera on top of the roof, perhaps, or any high vantage point, and get some nice views of the aircraft flying over. But yeah, that's interesting. You've got multiple holidays. I would love a holiday, honestly. I think it's about time, really, but yes. But yeah, got a nice variation of holidays that you've planned, obviously, Andrew. So safe journey, obviously, Andrew, and I bet you'll enjoy it, of course. But Delta saying he'd recommend going to Milan over in Italy. I'd love to go to Italy at some point. In fact, we've got a pushback now, actually. The Tui 737-800 with the split scimitar winglets. That's pushing back schedule to depart at runway 09. And so everything RC asking if there's an Aer Lingus here. So not as of now. There could be one later on, but I'm not too sure. I haven't actually looked at the schedule for the day. Smith saying busy today. It is pretty busy at Bristol Airport. I'd love it to be a bit more busier. Obviously the same amount of traffic as London Heathrow gets, but obviously Bristol Airport is still growing in arrivals and departures, and so in a couple of years time perhaps you'll see it become nice and big and busy. But yeah, nevertheless today it is pretty busy, I must say. You've got aircraft arriving, departing. Obviously you've got a couple of breaks like now, but we're just watching the pushback, or the aircraft that just pushed back. So the Tui 737-800. So everything RC saying there's a departure at 1:25. The Aer Lingus jet. I can't quite see any Aer Lingus jets over here. It could be on the other side of the airport, but I'm not too sure. I'll say that I'm not too sure, because as of now I can't really see any. So they must either it's been delayed or it hasn't arrived, or I'm not too sure. But Tim Trainer saying next in is the E190 STD. That's the KLM City hopping. Wow. I do like the Embraer jets, I must say. The E190 is nice. It is a nice jet. And Martin saying busy for Bristol, and yeah, it is. I mean, we've picked today, just as we've seen. Obviously there's a couple of spots of traffic, obviously, and so we'd thought that it'd be nice to obviously to put out a show today. And so everything RC saying it's an ATR 72. Yeah, we'd usually see it park right next to that Ryanair in the background, but obviously it's not there. So yeah, I'm not too sure where it is. I assume if it's scheduled to depart, it would be around the back of the airport, in terms of the places we can't see. But an arrival inbound. Also a very warm welcome to FaZe Cloud. Thank you so much for joining us. The aircraft that just arrived now is one of the few Ryanair 737-800s featuring the split scimitar winglets, but that was that, and it arrived from Alicante on its 2 hour and 12 minute long journey. So we'll focus on the taxiing TUI jet now. So that's the TUI 737-800 there. That's taxiing over to runway 09 for departure. So everything I see is saying it has an orange dot next to it, so maybe it was cancelled. Orange usually on flight radar means that it has got a delay, not cancellation. Usually the red dot is the cancellation, or the dot that signifies a cancellation. But yeah, I'm not too sure. It must be delayed in arriving at the airport, perhaps. But we'll zoom in nice and close to the nose of the jet there. And there you go, the registration Golf Tango Alpha Whiskey India. And as loads of people are saying, it's heading to Kos. And you can see there, they've replaced the part on the engine and left it as blank. Obviously, it's supposed to have the logo, well, not logo, but more of the text of the airline's names. But it's been left as UI.com. So, as I said earlier, TUI definitely not the best with paint, put it that way. And so just awaiting clearance, I guess, to line up on the runway, or perhaps holding short for the arriving jet. And so that is, as everyone was saying, the KLM E190 registered, what's that, Papa Hotel Echo Zulu Zulu. That's from Amsterdam on its 51-minute long journey. But yeah, I'd just like to thank everyone for the information as to the arriving and departing jets. But yes, anyway, we'll focus on that KLM E190 in a bit. Obviously, it is quite far away. Well, I wouldn't say quite far, but it is still in the clouds, so I don't really want to focus on them just yet. We'll just wait until the aircraft gets a bit closer. Yes, so the arriving aircraft. There is the KLM E190 from Amsterdam. It's the only route available with KLM. I must say that was a nice and smooth touchline there from the KLM E190. You could see he was weaving quite a bit there, but overall the main gear touched down nice and smoothly, let's put it that way. So I'd assume this Tui 737-800 is going to be taxiing or lining up on the runway. Yeah, I can just about hear the engines roaring now. Obviously applying thrust to allow the aircraft to move onto the runway. You can see they're moving now. So yes, heading to Kos there. Nice and quick line up there, wasting no time there. And an immediate departure there for the 737-800. Obviously just lined up and applied full throttle, and as you can see, off into the sky it goes. Definitely no need for that immediate departure. Obviously no traffic inbound in terms of arriving jets as of now. But I guess he wanted to run away from Bristol as fast as possible. So the KLM E190 at the gate area, you can see their stair trucks just about to be attached to the aircraft. And Tim's saying chopper overhead. I'm just looking for it now. I can't quite hear or see any of it. Yeah, I can't quite see or hear it. That's interesting. But there you can see the KLM E190. Obviously he's going to be deboarding, and then I'd say an hour's time he's going to be back in the sky. But yeah, we know obviously during our trips to London Luton, the E190 jets take about 40 to 50 minutes on the ground, obviously to deboard, fuel up, receive catering and all of that stuff. So I'd assume it's about the same with the E195, which is practically a bit of a longer version, but nevertheless they're about the same really. But yeah, you can see fuel truck there. I don't think that's heading to the KLM. No, it's not. But you can see the passengers. I think that's boarding the Ryanair 737-800 already. So it just arrived only recently, and it's going to be departing very soon. And yes, so we've actually got the chopper. Just about seen it, and it's on the ground at Bristol Airport. So we might focus on it if it's still there. But we've got an EasyJet arrival there. So this here, the EasyJet A320-200 arrived from Inverness on its 1 hour and 4 minute long journey. Registration on board jet today is Golf Echo Zulu Oscar X-Ray. And yes, so the chopper, as I was saying, is right there. Obviously I think that's engines off there for the chopper, but that's on the ground now. Perhaps you'll see it depart very soon, but I'm not too sure. Wasn't expecting to see it. I was looking all over the place for it. I was looking up and down, but yes, thank you so much for clarifying that was over to the right. But yes, the Tui jet right there, that's boarding now as well, so that's going to be departing soon, as well as the this one Ryanair jet. This Ryanair 737-800 with this split scimitar winglet has only just deboarded. So many passengers on board that jet. I must say, EasyJet taking over with the traffic at the airport. Oh, there's the chopper. That's on the runway. And there is the chopper that just departed from Bristol Airport. So I never mind plane spotting. We've got some helicopter spotting. That's nice. Look at that. But yes, you got a Jet2 737-800, which is our next arrival, as Tim was saying. So thank you, Tim. And yes, so everything RC saying thanks for the stream after revised for GCSEs now. So you're welcome, everything RC. It was great to have you join us at Bristol Airport. But yes, good luck, obviously. The KLM U190 there, with two of the stair tracks attached, obviously deboarding now. Then after the first EasyJet aircraft that is 2 minutes away, we will have another Jet2 737-800, which is in fact 7 minutes away. So 2 Jet2s up next. But a lot of action on the ground, let's put it that way. So we should be seeing some departures very soon. I'll check the schedule actually as to what aircraft we can expect to see very soon. In fact, the one's picking up right now, it's the EasyJet A319, which will be heading to Marseille. Let's see, can't quite see it. It's pinged up on flight radar, so I'm assuming it's on the other side of the airport. But so 10 minutes out is the Ryanair 737-800 that's scheduled to land. Then after that, also 10 minutes out is a Tui 77 MAX 8. And then there's let's see, another Max 8 after that at 2 o'clock. So yeah, quite a couple of arrivals obviously at Bristol Airport. And then for departures, let's check. So the Aer Lingus ATR 76, that's delayed for about an hour and 30 minutes. There is the Jet2 737-800 arriving from Palma de Mallorca, and it's a 2 hour and 4 minute long journey. And the registration on that aircraft is Golf Juliet Zulu Hotel. So you can see it was a nice and bumpy landing there from the 737-800. So we've got Josh asking, EasyJet or Ryanair? Honestly, I must say, I think they're both the same to me really. It's just one's operating Airbus aircraft and then one's operating Boeing. So honestly, I think I'm going to go with Ryanair really. I think they're the perfect definition of you get what you pay for. And so, you know, I think I'd say Ryanair for me. But yes, Josh, what would you pick? The camera's pointing downwards. So the two 737-800s operated by Ryanair right there. They are going to be departing very soon. Obviously, one's boarded passengers. Obviously, he's going to be closing doors very soon. That's the one furthest to the right. So this one right here. And then we should see this Tui 737-800 also depart very soon. Yes, so in about 5 to 10 minutes time we've got quite a couple of jets to be watching very soon. We've got a couple of arrivals and then a few departures in fact. Speaking of, the EasyJet A319 there, that's going to be taxiing to runway 09 for departure. And that's just behind the Jet2 737-800, but we won't watch them just yet. In fact, yes, let's move on from the sitting aircraft. Let's watch this taxi, and then we move on to the EasyJet A319 behind. Right into the gates goes the Jet2 737-800, followed along by the taxiing A319 that's heading to runway 09 for departure. In fact, he got an arrival inbound. But first, Johan Bregerson, good afternoon to you over in Iceland. I hope you're doing very well. But yes, the arriving aircraft, the Jet2 737-800 from Alicante on its 2 hour and 11 minute long journey. And that's registered Golf Juliet Zulu Hotel Yankee. Yeah, we'll focus on the Jet2 jet now. Just lining up now is the EasyJet A319 that's heading to Marseille. And so this here, the aircraft registered Golf Echo Zulu Delta November. That is, if you're wondering. But yes, a big thank you to everyone joining us at Bristol Airport this afternoon. Just like to encourage everyone to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the stream so far. Obviously it does support the channel a lot, and if there's other ways that you'd like to support the channel, you could check out our social pages, which can be located in our About page. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all of that stuff. But we watch this departure now, the A319 heading to Marseille. So there's the Jet2 737-800, and that's on taxi. That's into the gate area. And yes, so Martin Smith, how are you finding the Bristol stream so far? Obviously it is a bit quiet, I do know that. Obviously it is a bit of a local airport for us, but I think the stream's going quite well so far. It is pretty busy for Bristol, of course. It seems as if this Ryanair 737-800 is ready to begin pushback, actually. So you can see there the back door's closed. I'd assume that's the same with the front doors, and we did see passengers boarding very early on, and then you can see the same going with the Ryanair 737-800, the split scimitar winglets, obviously boarding passengers now as well. So in about 15 minutes time you should be seeing that depart, or push back at least. But we've got turn arrival inbound. And let me check on flight radar to get some info on that for you all. And yes, so the next jet that's set to arrive is the Tui 77 MAX 8 from Verona. It's 1 hour and 44 minute long journey, and that's registered Golf Tango Uniform Delta. And there is the MAX 8. And that's a nice touchdown there from the MAX 8. Got many planes actually picking up on flight radar. That's 3 jets that are picking up. So we've got a Ryanair 737-800, which will be heading to Madrid. Then another jet pinging up is the EasyJet A321neo with no call sign available, but that's also a jet that's pinging up. And then the EasyJet A320-200, which will be heading to Palma de Mallorca. So 3 departures soon. Obviously here is the Madrid-bound Ryanair. I believe it is, in fact. And yeah, it is. But I'll repeat the info on that jet as it gets closer to departure. Pushed back, and then we've got an EasyJet moving in the distance. It is, I think. Yes, so there's an EasyJet A320-200 right there. So the one right in front, I believe that will be heading up as well. But I will just watch the Ryanair 737-800. And Martin saying, good landing so far, they should try Madeira and heavy crosswind. Yeah, I know Madeira is a very tricky airport to land at. I mean, the approach is something else. And added with the crosswind, I think would be extreme, honestly. But yes, Tim saying the 737 from Barcelona on approach. I actually didn't realise, so thank you, Tim, for letting me know. So that is going to be the Ryanair 737-800 arrived from Barcelona. It's a 1 hour and 52 minute long journey. Registration Echo India Echo Victor Kilo, which we will focus on right about now. If the camera would like to focus on it, let's see. So there is the Ryanair 737-800. Obviously one Ryanair jet heading out and then one arriving. Wow, that was very, very dodgy there. That approach was crazy. I mean, you could see there the aircraft was struggling. It was weaving all over the place as it was on final approach. I was expecting a go around, in fact, but the touchdown itself definitely wasn't as hard as you'd expect. But generally, that approach was definitely not the best. I'd imagine the passengers on board most likely quite shocked. And yeah, expecting departures now, Tim. Obviously, we've got 3 aircrafts moving now. That's the Tui 737 MAX 8, the Ryanair 737-800, the EasyJet, I think that's the A321neo, but there was also a 320 pinging up as well. But yeah. And Doros, good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us at Bristol Airport. Hope you're doing very well. But yes, generally it's great to have you back, Doros. Thank you so much. So this aircraft here, bound for Madrid there, the Ryanair 737-800 registered Echo India Echo Foxtrot Golf. So Madrid, about 2 hour and 30-minute flight time. And right behind is the EasyJet A320, I think that's 200. Yeah, it's the EasyJet A320-200 registered Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey Yankee, which I'll repeat further into the departure, but we'll focus on the one in front there. There is the EasyJet A320 right behind. But Ryanair is first, so we'll focus on that as he's cleared to line up on the runway. The Tui 737 MAX 8 should be making his way over very shortly. Obviously, the pushback truck is disconnected from the aircraft itself. But yeah, so. Yes, Doris, I mean, today Bristol is pretty busy, I must say. Obviously, for the first couple of hours, going to stay here for about 3 hours. Obviously, as that's how long the busyness is going to last for at Bristol Airport, and then we'll end it. So a quick one today, just trying to maximise the amount of traffic you get at Bristol Airport. But yeah, it is pretty busy. And a nice departure there from the Ryanair jet. But you can see there the 737 MAX 8, which will be heading out very shortly. But lining up now, the A320-200 operated by EasyJet. And this one is Richard Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey Yankee, and that's heading to Palma de Mallorca. Let's get a nice close-up shot of the cockpit. There is the nice nose of the jet. Yes, so 2 aircrafts now picking up on the departure list at Bristol Airport. So first up, not this KLM jet, but it will be an EasyJet A321neo heading to Zakynthos. And then next up will be the EasyJet A320neo. And actually we've got another one that's just pinged up, and it's once again another EasyJet, the A320-200 heading to Toulouse. So there are 2 jets there appointed to begin taxi there, and so I believe those are the 2 jets that will be taxiing very soon, as well as another A321neo that is going to be visible very soon. And yes, actually another jet's just pinged up as well, the Tui 77800, which is right here. Let's focus on it now. As you can see, the buses right there. I think that's yeah, boarding's been complete, so those buses should be moving very soon, and stair tracks detached. So so this Tui 737-800, no, that's actually the MAX jet. So where's the 737-800? Let's see. No, it's this one, that is it. So that's the Tui 737-800, which will be heading to Paphos. The MAX 8 is not pinged up on flight radar, but I assume that is going to be heading out. See, I know the buses have been attached to that, and the jet was pushed back. In fact, I think the stair tracks might be attaching once again on board the MAX 8. So yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with the MAX 8 jet, but we'll focus on this jet, the 737-800, as we've actually got 2 aircrafts that are just behind. Wait, one's visible, but there you are, the A321neo, I think that is, and then the A320-200 behind. But we'll catch on to them as they are past this Tui 737-800. definitely hear the engines roaring from the 77-800, so that should be moving now. I'm not quite sure if he's waiting for the EasyJet to pass by, but we'll zoom out and hope we can see the EasyJet come in. There you are. Yeah, I think he's waiting for that EasyJet to pass by before he begins his taxi, so we'll focus on this one right here. So it's this jet here, the EasyJet A320neo, and to Sharm El Sheikh. And the aircraft's registered Golf Uniform Zulu Lima Alpha. I'll actually give a weather update as well, as it does seem to be clearing up the ceiling of clouds. But yes, so we've got no ceiling of clouds as of now, which is quite true. And we've got temperatures of 13 degrees with scattered clouds now. The wind is still at 10 knots, blowing in the almost western direction, and we've got visibility of 10 kilometers plus, so nothing has changed really apart from the temperature slowly rising and the ceiling of clouds just disappearing simply. But yes, so 4 jets picking up at Bristol Airport right now, so they're all departing jets. Kevin, thank you so much for the support. Say nice view as well, thank you so much. See, it is great being at Bristol Airport, well above the fences obviously, but yes. Yeah, nevertheless, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We hope you enjoy these streams that are to come from the channel. Obviously, London Heathrow, that's what we're planning to do next week on either the Saturday or the Sunday. But yes, Bristol Airport today. The A320neo that's set to depart soon. There is the A320neo as it lifts off from departure. That's runway 09 being in use today at Bristol Airport for arrivals and departures. So holding short of the runway there is the A320-200, and that's going to be followed along by the MAX 8, so the Tui 737 MAX 8, which we might focus on in a minute actually. yes, we'll skip on this A320-200 for now and focus on this taxiing Max 8 jet. Oh, sorry, not Max 8, get muddled up by the other Tui jets. It's the 737-800. And these two jets will be followed along by another two. That's just making their way over to the taxiway. But yes, both jets holding short for the arriving jet, which is the Aer Lingus Regional ATR 72-600, featuring the very standard or old livery. And that'll be arriving from Dublin on its 53-minute long journey. And that is registered Echo India Foxtrot Alpha Victor. Currently at currently on finals approach now. There is the ATR 72-600. Nice and bumpy touchdown there from the Aer Lingus ATR 72-600. No spoilers on board this jet, but plenty of traffic at Bristol Airport. So we've got two aircrafts waiting to line up on the runway. So the EasyJet A320-200, the 737-800, and then we've got two EasyJet aircrafts making their way over to the runway as well. And yeah, Doris, I think the adverts do come on YouTube live streams. I think that's YouTube trying their best to make money as much as possible, really. Sorry about that. So we're trying to minimize the amount of ads we get during the stream, because we know how annoying it can be when obviously ads come on during your live stream when you're expecting to see an aircraft. So we'll try our best to minimize them as much as possible. It's just YouTube being ruthless, as he said. But lost his name. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us. And Oscar asking what my favourite plane is, and that's the A350. Sadly, not an aircraft we get to see at Bristol Airport, but when we do go to Heathrow, we see many of them. But yes, Oscar, what about you? What's your favourite jet? Let us know in the live chat. So the Tui 737-800 now lining up on runway 09 for departure. To we've got an EasyJet A321neo that's also taxiing. So we'll look at that after this departure. So Peter saying that he likes the 787-9 Dreamliner and then the A319 for short haul flights. That's interesting. Yeah, I really think the A350 honestly is my favourite aircraft, and I don't think there's nothing that beats it. I mean, just the shape of the aircraft itself, the look of it, it is amazing. Right, Oscar saying either the 777-300 or the 787 Dreamliner. So you've got a lot of people liking the 787 Dreamliners. I do like the jet myself. It's just, I don't know, I just prefer the Airbus A350 honestly. But the 777 is a good choice, I must say. I like the 777 a lot. Honestly, I do like the sound that they produce, honestly. As soon as you hear the toga from the jet's engines, it's just music to my ears, put it that way. I do love the engine sounds from the 777. So the EasyJet A321neo here. And yeah, Kevin Motorshow, we'll definitely sort that out after this stream. It's just YouTube being a bit annoying with the adverts, so we'll try and sort that out. But yeah, as we were saying earlier, it's just some new sort of technology or piece of technology that they've introduced to make it so that the ads come more frequently. But yeah, we'll try our best to minimize them for you. So the KLM E190 is pushed back, then we've got the Jet2 77 that's also pushed back. The Tui 737 MAX 8 has got its lights on, the engines are also on, but it's just been holding there now, which is pretty unusual. I think we might have an arrival here as we've got yeah, both aircraft holding short, so we've got an arrival inbound that's going to be seen very shortly. But Kevin, don't worry about chatting too much. In fact, we love it when people talk on our live chat. It does make it easier to talk for me, honestly, so I keep on doing it. Honestly, we do love a great chat. But yes, so nice close-up on the engines of the A321neo. And so Peter is saying many people like the 737 MAX 8, but still nervous about them for that reason. I really like the reliability of the A319. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I think the 737 MAX 8, it had a dodgy start, put it that way, but I think Boeing have fixed all of those issues, and I think they're trying their best to fix all of those issues. I think it's just all about the quality. That is why sometimes I do prefer Airbus over Boeing, because I feel as if Airbus really do take their time when producing aircraft. But yeah, that's a fair opinion, to be fair. And so I'll give you some info on the next arrival. So it'll be the Tui 77 MAX 8 arriving from Palma de Mallorca on its 2 hour and 4 minute long journey, and that is going to be registered Golf Tango uniform and Charlie. And we got a pushback of a Ryanair 737-800. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 jets for departure now, guys. So plenty of action. The Tui 737 MAX 8, which we are unsure of what was happening of, was now moving. It's taxiing. Is that coming to us, or is he doing a U-turn? I'm not too sure. No, that's going to be taxiing to us. Yes, so another Tui jet making their way over to the runway now. But we'll look at the arriving aircraft, which will be the Tui. And yes, so that was the arrival of the Tui MAX 8. We've got the EasyJet A321neo on the taxiway, as well as the EasyJet A320neo. That's, yeah, right there, also moving. And the Tui 737 MAX 8 for departure. Then the KLM E190, and then the Jet2 737-800 with the Ryanair 737-800. That says just pushed back, so that'll be on its way as well. So plenty of action. We're going to watch this A321neo as it lines up. So I'm aware that we've got a couple of live chat comments, so I'll check them out now. So we've got Oscar saying, do I play Microsoft Flight Simulator? And I do sometimes. Everything else saying A220 is the best short haul. I do like a good old A220. It does look different to the Airbus aircraft, but I guess obviously it is pretty much a Bombardier jet. And Kevin saying, how long have we been streaming? Is this your main streaming base? Well, in terms of how long we've been streaming for, I'm not too sure. I think it's about 6 months we've been streaming for now. 6-7 months, I think. Not too sure, but this is not our main streaming base. Obviously we're local, well, we're based in Cardiff, but Cardiff Airport itself is definitely not too busy, so we come to Bristol Airport, so we see it more of as a local airport to us. But so main streaming base, really, we do travel to London Heathrow a lot, so I'd consider that our main base, Kevin. So this here, the EasyJet A321neo heading to Zakynthos, and that's registered Golf Uniform Zulu and then Foxtrot. And now the A320, I think that's the neo there. So yes, 4 aircraft sitting on the taxiway. It is the neo jet. We'll actually watch this KLM E190 because it's got a nice and clear view of it. So it's the E190, which will be heading to Amsterdam. And yeah, Ken, that is sorry, not Ken, Kevin, that is one of the reasons obviously we don't go to certain airports. I'm not going to list them out, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame when obviously streams clash with each other, and that's what we're trying to avoid really. But I think more streamers do allow the viewers to get more choice of what they're watching really. But Tim's asking, what is the largest aircraft that Bristol can handle? So that is the 787 or the A330. We saw both of them being operated by Bristol, but not by Bristol, by Tui. So Tui had leased out the Ramos A330s during summer last year, and obviously they're using their own 787s occasionally. That's the last time they're going to be using these 787 jets at Bristol this year as well, for the summer period. But anyway, the EasyJet's up next. So it's the A320-200 arriving from Funchal on its 1 hour and 43-minute long journey. Yeah, registration Golf Echo Zulu Tango Juliet. And Bristol is really getting busy now. The Jet2 737-800 also about to taxi over to the runway. We've got the Ryanair 737-800 with the split scimitar winglets joining the queue of aircraft set to depart, followed along by the Jet2 737-800, the KLM E195, then the Tui Max 8, then the A320neo. So it is getting nice and busy here, and what is that? Is that another jet pinging up? No, it's not. Anyway, the A320neo on the move now. This one heading to Hurghada, and it's registered Golf Uniform. Let's see. Sorry, Golf Uniform Zulu Lima Kilo. Yeah, Tim, no worries. I'm open to answering any questions, so please leave them in the live chat below, and I'll try my best to answer as many of them as possible. But Walter Herzog, good afternoon to you over in Berlin. Hope you're doing very well. Thanks for joining. And Tim saying back to arrivals after these this wave of departing jets. Obviously, Bristol is clearing up in terms of the jets. Now obviously all of them are departing now, so there's a bit of a traffic building up now. And yeah, Kevin, I've got the same issue with my account sometimes. So the thing that helps me or sorts it out is by exiting the stream and then reloading it and joining back. That's how I fix the issue. I don't know what the issue is. I think it's on YouTube side, because obviously we're not touching any of the controls. But yes. So Walter, thank you so much for the kind words. We're glad you're enjoying the stream so far. Yeah. Oh, I remember when we used to have Logan E145s operating at Bristol Airport. You don't see him quite often, well, quite as often at Bristol Airport anymore. It's unusual, but I guess it is what it is, really. But the Tui Max 8, that's just lined up now, so that's going to be heading to Dalaman, and it's registered Golf Tango Uniform and Golf. And wow, that must be a very full TUI 737 MAX 8, obviously optimizing or using the whole runway. Not an inch left of the runway there. Must be a very heavy aircraft. Yes, somebody's taken a whole wardrobe with them, but yes. The KLM E195. So not E195, the E190, and that's going to be heading to Amsterdam, registered Papa Hotel Echo Zulu Zulu. Do love that blue on board the KLM jets. I like this livery a lot. It's nice and simple, that's its standard, but it does really show. Departure there from the E190. We've got a aircraft pushing back, so another departure very soon. It's an EasyJet aircraft. Can't quite see what jet that is, but one to look out for, the Jet2 737-800 that's lining up now. I do like this livery more than the Holidays livery, I must say. It's really unique, and I do like the silverish red of the livery, of course. But anyway, I'll give you some info on this jet. So it's the Jet2 737-800 heading to Tenerife, and then it's registered Golf Juliet Zulu Hotel Victor. And Tim saying EMA, my local airport, lots of freight and Ryanair. I was actually checking the schedule there. I was planning, well, not planning, but hoping to go there at some point. Just trying to pick the best spots really, and the best times to go. Obviously I want a stream full of action, so that obviously it's nice and entertaining for everyone. But yeah, EMA is one of the airports that we'd like to visit sometime soon. But as of now, just watching the Jet2 737-800, which will be heading to Tenerife. And so the split scimitar winglet Ryanair 737-800 lining up now. do like the new winglets on board the Ryanair 737-800s. It's nice. It's a nice addition. Obviously, it does benefit Ryanair quite a lot in terms of the efficiency, obviously less fuel consumption and all of that stuff. So some info on that. So it's the 737-800 registered Echo India Echo November, and that will be heading to Palma de Mallorca. And once again, another aircraft using literally the whole runway at Bristol Airport. I think somebody's definitely packing up something big in there. There's definitely an elephant on board or something like that. But yeah, the EasyJet, I think that's the A320 making its way out to the runway. And yeah, Kevin, I'm not too sure about it. It's definitely YouTube like glitching or something like that. I'm not too sure. Try and reload the chat. Perhaps that'll help. So if you just exit the live chat and then go back onto it, it should reload, and hopefully you'll see the comments again. I'm not sure. I get this issue quite a lot. It is weird. I don't know. Hopefully YouTube comes out with a patch for it. But the Jet2 737-800, that's coming up now. And, so this here heading to Antalya, the 737-800 registered Golf Juliet Zulu Hotel Lima. But yes, if you haven't already and would like to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing and liking the live stream. Your support is immaculate, guys, and I'd really just like to shout everyone out for supporting the channel. But you know, obviously those are ways you can support the channel and help the growth, of course, and we are really appreciative. But yeah, those are some ways you could support the channel. But yes, back to the aviation action. Oh, immediate departure there for the 737-800. I think just reloading the chat sometimes, Kevin, helps or sorts that issue out. Really don't know what it is, but it is just YouTube, I guess, bugging out. Alright, so this EasyJet up next. That's going to be a departure. And let's see, is there an aircraft inbound? No, it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I think this might be the. Yeah, I think this will be the last aircraft that we capture at Bristol Airport. Obviously, the rush period has sort of calmed down, and this is the final aircraft that we'll see in quite a while. So I think this will be the last jet, and then we'll head off. But we'll just watch it now. So this is the EasyJet A320-200 heading to Fuerteventura, registered Golf Echo Zulu Tango Victor. But yes, Jerome, Daryl, good afternoon to you over in Bermuda. Thank you so much for the kind words. We're glad that you are enjoying the stream so far. Oh, got an arrival inbound, and it's a small jet. It's a prop plane actually. Let's see, there you are. So after that non-stop departure action, you've got this small prop departure. So the A320 bound for Fuerteventura, just making its way now, being its lineup. Oh yes, so sorry about that everything, RC. I don't think we'll stay for that ATR 72's departure. Obviously it's got a delay of about 30 minutes right now, and I know that's going to be extended as it's going to be quite late to push back. So obviously I don't want to bore everyone with the no action at Bristol, so I think we'll just end it off right now after this departure. Yes, so just lined up on the runway there. It's the EasyJet. Yeah, Tim, that prop plane hasn't pinged up before departure either. It's I don't know, it's like that quite often at Bristol Airport. I'm not sure why, but yeah, they don't ping up really, so we've got no information as to what jets or where they're coming from. And yeah, good afternoon, Lottie Leo over in Palma de Mallorca on holiday. Hope you're enjoying it over there, Lottie. So we'll end it off now. So I'd just like to thank everyone for joining us for this relatively short stream at Bristol Airport, capturing the non-stop arrivals and departures. So it was great having everyone join us, and I just really want to emphasize how thankful I am for such an amazing community. So a big thank you to everyone who supported each channel and joined in with the live stream. So yes, we're gonna leave it off there, and we'll see you all next Saturday or Sunday for our London Heathrow live stream, which we will probably be capturing arrivals and departures. But either way, watch out for the community posts as to when and where we'll be heading to next week. So a big thank you everyone, and we hope to see you during our next live stream. Have a great rest of your day.